over this thing. I'm going to do. Woo!
Hello, everyone.
We are here, episode 144.
You almost had an accident, didn't you?
I did very nearly slip over. And you can't slip over at my age, it's having a fall. When you get to my age, Ben, you wouldn't know, but you don't just trip over, it's having a fall.
What do you mean? I'm older than you.
Wow, nobody knows that.
Oh, sorry.
How are you guys? Welcome into the studio.
What is it? 144, isn't it?
Episode 144. It is a beautiful Melbourne day.
That's lovely.
It's a beautiful bit of summer that we're having at this very minute. And yeah, the people so G'd up and keen. There's heaps of RC racing going on.
There is.
There's plenty of new stock that's come through the doors this week.
Which we're going to be showing you throughout this show.
Heaps of plastics.
What's the plastics?
Snowed under in plastics.
Snow.
Yeah.
Wish we had some snow. It would have cooled down the place a bit.
That's why we're calling you Beach Plug. And what else have we got? Oh, some train stuff too.
Yeah.
And of course, car of the week. Who's excited for that?
Yay!
Did I bring the scales? I meant to bring the scales again. They got pretty...
Yeah. I think the scales were a bit of a hit last time. So this.
Did I bring them?
I remember you talking about it.
I was waving them around at one point.
Oh, you did have them in your hand, did you? Oh well. So in the meantime, while you're looking around,
Might have been while I tripped over something. And
what do we need to know?
of the car.
Yep.
Make, model, color, year,
And weight,
flavor, weight,
if we find the scales.
scales. Scales are here. I think you've hidden them on me.
I haven't touched them.
Oh, I don't trust you.
No? That's all right. Not many people do. So, who we got on? We've got Craig Jones. Hello.
Welcome, Craig.
John is
Hey,
joining
Joe.
us. Retro Rob. Hello again.
Welcome back, Retro Rob.
The Wombat. He's not that far away, is he?
He's closer than you think. He's probably got his ear pressed to the wall as well.
That's it. Jeff Lee. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Jeff.
Oh, we've got a guess already.
Already?
Shall we come back to that?
Why?
Oh, you want to do it?
You can just say one thing, surely.
Yeah.
But
XB Coupe.
XB, well, I don't know what XB Coupe is, but it could be an XB Coupe. All right. What have we got on? That'll get them tantalizing. Is it an XB Coupe? I don't know. But it has been
You're
said.
terrible.
Why? But I don't know what make it is. What's an XB?
Oh, yeah, but that's just one aspect.
Is it? Yeah, but you can't say one without the other.
Can't you?
I don't think so.
I can't just give little bits of information.
I've told you this before. Make, model, year,
Oh.
color. Come on, like get the order right, people. You can't just jump in there. Next thing they'll be
Okay.
just say exactly what it is.
All
What have we got, Beach?
right, we've got lots of plastic. What should we look at
Luckily,
first?
we upgraded the air conditioning. It's almost too cold in here, isn't it, today?
What do you mean?
Not cold at all.
No, you got a really good imagination. No, it's really
What have we
hot.
got? Let's show me. Show me something.
All right, what shall we do? Shall we look at? Well, we've got
Plastics.
a shipment of Hong Kong models back in the stock,
Yes.
and they're famous for doing some really big stuff.
Yeah.
Including this sucker up here. Okay, so if you haven't seen this,
I've not seen this.
haven't you? Well, this has been out before, but I don't think we really talked about it much.
When did it come out?
Would have been before Christmas.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure,
I
but I'll
think.
say that anyway.
Well, that's my line.
Okay, so the Lancaster has been around before. So they
Yes.
started off with the Mark 1, and then they made the Dam Buster, and the last version is this one, the Grand
I remember
Slam.
the Dam Buster. I don't remember this Grand Slam.
So this one sort of snuck in. So similar.
Snuck in?
Snuck in.
Look at
So,
the size of it.
yeah, it's massive. So similar layout as the Dam Buster. So they chiseled away at the belly to fit in the bomb. So this one's got the Grand Slam bomb hanging off it.
Grand Slam bomb.
And Dan said it was known as the earthquake bomb
Earthquake bomb.
because when it hit the ground, it like shook.
Kaboom.
Yeah. Look at the size of it.
It's a fair big bomb.
Massive. Absolutely massive. So beautiful kits.
I wonder
So-
what it sounded like.
Probably kaboom.
Or the whistling.
Oh, the whistling.
What do you think? Do you think it whistled?
I don't know if it wanted to, you know.
Why didn't they make them anti-whistle? Why do they all have to sound like Nerf balls?
No, I think they wanted to whistle, didn't they? So it was scary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
I'd want a sneaky bomb.
You want one that no one knew about?
Yeah, I'd just have a
So
sneaky
everyone's
bomb.
just watching TV and just goes kaboom.
That's right. What's
You're like
the
a ninja.
Why? Tell me
Ninja
about
shock.
What is it? So what are we looking at? Let's go overhead town.
Oh,
Did you even fix up the overhead camera?
hang on here. Let me. How's that?
Oh, we
Might
got
need
some.
to focus
We
in, eh?
got some 3D CAD.
No, it gives you a better idea of how big that huge, massive bomb, isn't it?
Wow.
Strapped on the bottom.
I wonder if they smoked in the plane.
I don't know. What a big pipe.
I don't know. But what if the bomb went off? It'd
Well, you
end-
wouldn't have heard about it, would you?
I wouldn't have whistled.
No. That's right. I wouldn't have had an opportunity to whistle.
Wow, that is a big bomb. What can you tell me about the specs of the bomb?
So here they're showing the different. Why are they showing that one?
Well, that's the bomb releasing. That's the bomb bay.
So that's a bomb bay. Maybe it's got the bits for the standard. This is a standard bomb bay.
Not like the gin.
What, the blue stuff?
Mm.
No. So that's the regular bomb bay. And then you'll notice that they're showing maybe this angle. You see how it's been sculpted out here?
Mhm.
So they closed off the original bomb bay and they made it so that that massive bomb could be strapped on the belly.
Couple of claws.
Couple of claws?
Yeah.
I don't know. If
Well,
there was a
imagine
couple of claws, it would have been really big
Imagine
ones.
if it fell off accidentally. You go, oh, we've lost another one.
Well, just bouncing around. Oh,
No. If it
Yeah,
just
well-
fell, they'd taken off, and it just like,
Would have left a bit of a mess, wouldn't it?
wow.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
war's
impressive,
not,
eh?
War's not pretty.
No.
So what scale is this? How big is it?
1/32
I
scale.
want to know how big it is.
Really?
Wingspan 972,
That's right. And length
Wow.
of the fuselage is was it
664.
about 70 centimeters. Eh?
It's massive.
It is.
You need a big workspace. It's got a clear tailpiece.
Yeah, this is a gunner.
Gonna,
Rear gunner. But there's no gun at the front.
He's gonna have a bad day.
They usually do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the gunner's
yeah.
on the tail.
Yeah.
That'd have to be the crappiest job on the plane,
Yeah, they
wouldn't
have
it?
the lowest life expectancy, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
They're gonna die.
Yeah. That or a belly gunner.
A belly gunner?
Mm,
Really?
yeah. Because if something happened to the undercarriage, well, these planes do belly landings. They can't get out.
Oh, what do you mean? You can only get out from the bottom?
No, they have a hatch, and it'll have to be lined up with the top for both hatches to open properly.
Yeah.
Get out. So if you're slightly off, I'm pretty sure if it's slightly off or it's in flight, you can't get through it.
Oh, that's a shame.
So it would have been splat.
Oh, that's no good at all, is it?
No. But let's go back to the plane, right? It's getting a bit. Ooh.
I don't need that on a Friday afternoon.
No, not at all.
Well, you and your bloody
What are you
warbirds.
talking about? I'm just well, they're good. So
It is a
we've
bomber.
got a whole heap of big
It
stuff.
is a vehicle, let's be honest, of
It is.
mass destruction
It
and
is.
death.
So we've got others of vehicles of mass death and destruction coming as well from Hong Kong model. So we've got the B-17s, we've got the G's back,
I
we've
want to
got
talk about Pokemon.
B-25s.
I want to turn it around. Is there any Pokemon? Something cheery.
Pokemon. Oh, there is, but you're going to have to wait
Oh.
because I'm going to show you the rest of the stuff that's.
More. Hang on, we're going further down Depression Lane.
So that was what they're known for, 32nd scale stuff, big, and Hong Kong model been starting to make 48 scale as well.
Which is more sensible.
That's right. More affordable and size-wise, yeah, more people can handle it. And they
Does
still
Nev-
have all the interior detail.
Does
as well.
Nev have one of these?
No, because he likes 72nd scale.
Oh,
It's too big for him.
too big for Nev.
Okay, so we've got the Lancasters back.
So this one here was made in Waddington
Was
in
it?
May 1944.
And then we've got the B-17F, which is famous with the Memphis Belle livery.
Why is it called F?
F model,
Yeah.
because it came after the E model.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
This one's got a picture of Mickey Mouse on it. Did you know?
Has it got Mickey on it? Oh, it has too. That's
right.
cool.
Why did they put cartoons on there? Was it to make weapons of mass destruction like friendly?
I don't know where that started from. I guess they started naming, like vehicles traditionally got named, right? Ships got named, and planes got named. They still do that now. And I guess the nose art was just to differentiate it further, give it a bit of
So you know which plane was yours.
uniqueness. Yeah, that's right. It's like customizing.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the F.
That is the F.
We've got the G as well. They're back in stock.
The G.
So very similar to an F, except it's got the turret, the gun turret on the nose.
And it has American Beauty on there. Somewhat of a naked woman clad on the nose.
That's right, isn't it? I don't mind that.
I think so.
And then this is the newest thing that's just come out.
Hey, they took the paint off on the G.
They just didn't paint it.
No, keep
No.
it lighter.
I don't know what the reasoning was.
It would actually make it way more camouflage, no? Just being like,
Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe they didn't need camouflage on them anymore because they had air superiority at that time, I think.
Hmm.
But I would have thought that I don't know, a naked plane wouldn't have the same sort of corrosion resistance.
but that's why it has a naked lady on it. That's what I'm
Scare
saying.
it away.
Cactus kitten.
There you go. B25J, brand spanking new,
Brand new.
brand new.
I've seen this one before though.
We had one as a prototype that we came in and we
Oh.
opened it up. And so if you want to see what's inside, then have a look at that video. We did that.
But you was a little bit disappointed because there wasn't decals in there. Is that right?
Oh well, it didn't have decals in there because they didn't have them ready from cartograph
No.
in Italy yet. But I've got some decals coming. I'm going to build that one.
I thought you did already.
No.
Oh,
No, I haven't built it yet.
it's with the pig tank.
That's right. So this is brand spanking new. Really nice kits. So pretty much the 48 scales are scaled down versions of the 32nd scale ones. So it's still got all the interior detail. And this particular one's got the really clever nose weight.
Yep.
So that it doesn't end up sitting on its tail.
Sitting on its tail.
Because of the tricycle undercarriage. On a real plane, you'll have all the engines at the front, right? That's the heaviest weight.
Yep.
So it'll sit. But these are empty, right? Because it's a kit. And earlier kits like this, if you didn't think about putting weight in the nose, it would just be sitting on its tail all the time. But it's good how they've designed weight to go into it.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, makes it a lot easier.
Easier.
Easier. That's right.
Easier.
All right.
There we go.
Got plenty of those in stock now.
It's got the rear gunner on it too.
Yeah. Got quite a lot of guns in the front too. And look on the sides.
Quite a lot of armory.
So they've got a bit of photo etch in there as well.
R2D2 on the top.
Yeah, got an O2D2. And so it's got they had armor plating on the sides.
Yep.
So they've included as plastic if you want to make it easy, or there's photo etch in there as well if you wanted to make it a little bit finer.
So they would have been quite heavy, these aircraft.
Well, the armor plate was only on the side here. That's the only extra bit they did.
Yep.
The rest of it would have been still like a sardine can.
Paper mache.
That's
Lovely.
it. There we go. So that's Hong Kong models. All back in stock. Check out the website or pop in. We've got a whole heap out there.
You do love your Hong Kong model stuff, don't you?
I do.
They're highly regarded as
Well, they do a really good
greatest
job.
kits, yeah?
Yeah.
Really good stuff.
Yep.
All right. Car of the week, BJ.
We got
What
it,
have
yes.
we got? We got XB. XB.
Okay, so Retro Rob said XB, right?
Yes.
And that's all we got.
Hey, we've only got XB.
XB. Well, it's partway there, isn't it?
Got a Morris Minor XB.
What XB is
I'm
that?
not
Is
saying
that XB as well.
I'm not saying that XB's wrong.
Oh, okay. All right, we need more info.
Barinas were XBs.
How do you know that?
That's their model designation.
Oh, really?
XB, XC,
Mm.
Barina. So I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think it's a Holden Barina.
That
Yes. Could be
looks a
wrong.
little bit similar.
Similar.
Yeah.
Same, but different.
Yeah.
What about if I put it like that? There we go.
Yeah, give it a bit of different angle. Okay. So we're still waiting. Oh, we got another one.
Yep.
So Jeffy's online now.
Jeffy. Which Jeffy?
It's a Ford.
Ah, 9 Steps boss man himself. That's right, Jeff. It definitely is a Ford. So we can ascertain that it is a Ford XB Coupe.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're partway there.
We're partway there.
All right. Cool.
More guesses.
More guesses.
And we will hopefully weigh it.
What are you doing?
I'm still baffled. We will come up with a weight too if you
Are you
guess it
sure
too
you have
early.
the scale?
I did definitely have the scales. Anyway,
It'll appear.
you're not going to find it down there.
No? All right. What are you looking? What shall we talk about now? What else have we got?
I choose to talk about trains.
All right. What do we got?
We got trains.
We've got some
We got
brand
trains.
new local.
Local.
Oh, it's sort of local, isn't it?
It's funny because I actually saw one of these go through my platform 13 the other day.
What do you mean?
That's exactly what I said.
Really? Take a photo of it?
No.
Why
Did
not?
not take a photo of it. Tried to lick it.
And
I didn't.
no friction burns?
Didn't lick it.
Oh, I didn't get to it.
Nope.
It went fast enough.
Nope. What
There's
are we
a lot-
looking at?
There's a lot here, isn't there?
What are we looking at? These are latest releases from Powerline, HO scale.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they are carriages. Can I call
Yes.
them carriages?
Rolling stock.
Rolling stock of Australian and even more localized Victorian content.
That's right.
So young Finley informed me that some of them are older Victorian rail stuff, the VR.
Yep.
And then some of them are the later model V-line ones when it was privatized.
Mhm.
So a full range of Victorian stuff.
So we've got hoppers, we've got uncovered wagons.
Yep.
What else we got? We got I'm trying to see here.
What do you mean? And it comes with a KD coupler.
Yeah, that's a nice touch, isn't it?
So these are handcrafted. Can I say that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, these are made by Powerline. They've
Powerline.
been produced by a company local in Australia, and it's great that it's really focused on Victorian stuff. Now, obviously, each state, everyone loves the local stuff, and we've had a bit of an influx on Australian themed product.
It's funny because a lot of the rail people that I speak to in store,
Hmm.
they love English stuff.
Hmm.
And like, have you ever been to England? No. But they just love English rail.
I guess it's got that connection, isn't it? It's old worldly.
Old worldly.
Yeah.
Well, this is old worldly. This would be from the 50s and 60s and 70s.
But it's not as old worldly as like steam. It's still interesting.
I'm not saying it's not interesting. Don't say that for a second.
I didn't.
And some of these carriages, like I said, I reckon I've seen them pull through platforms 13 just next door. So yeah, so really good Victorian rolling stock.
Mm.
I'm really proud to have it, and I'm sorry I can't be more specific on this information because I just don't know.
Well, we don't really.
But drop
Get into it a
drop
lot,
it in
we-
the comments. Teach us. That's what
That's right.
every time I go to the train department.
Because there's one
I
rolling stock
speak-
here with cut out sides. Now, what do they use for that?
That would have been steelage. I'd say that's so
You
they can
reckon
get a
it's steel?
fork. That's so they can get forks in there and stuff.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's one of these ones, I think.
I'm not sure.
Where is it?
I've
Oh, it's
moved
this
it.
one.
Jenga. So they can
You
get a
reckon that's
forklift
steel?
in. Yeah.
That's a big fork, isn't it?
No need to swear.
There you
I've
go.
only seen you use chopsticks.
Yeah, they're handy. You can pick up anything with those.
I know, right?
You can even catch flies with them.
Wow. I wouldn't go that far.
What do you mean?
Can you?
Haven't you watched that famous movie before?
I think you should recreate the scene.
What?
For me.
No, I won't do that.
No?
I don't think
Anyway,
we got enough time.
that is... Well, how long would it take you to catch a fly?
What do you mean? Well, according to
you
Mr. Miyagi, it took him years. He still didn't do it. Daniel-san caught it before he did.
Be like the fly.
What are we talking about again?
Car of the week.
Oh, yes. Okay, so we do have some more info.
Ford XB Coupe. Can I spin it around without sort of like all giving it away, I think. What's at the back here?
So Jeff reckons it's 1969.
It's definitely not a 69. Can confirm it's not a 69.
How about 74?
74. It could be a 74. But I want to know more about it. There's something
What
a
did it
little
do?
bit. It did some stuff, this car.
Did it?
Not this one. This is new in the box. But the car that it's modeled on did some stuff.
Okay, because this was a bit small, yeah?
The size doesn't matter.
Doesn't it?
Not really.
Oh, I
I'm
was
just
worried
saying
about that.
I'm just saying that. Look, the bonnet even comes up.
Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, I
It's
did it.
peaking.
Well, I'm peeking.
Yeah.
There are people at home are not peeking. Oh, she's good. She's good.
Right.
I'm really
Let
scared
us
now.
move on.
I'm moved.
What do you got to show me? You got anything to show me?
No, we're going to have a look at more plastics.
Are we? Did
We-
you want something a bit more upbeat?
Yeah, I was a
I've
bit.
got some upbeat.
I was a bit full on.
I've got some upbeat.
Oh, this will light a fire in Jeffrey's heart.
It would.
Hey, Jeff will love this one. We got this one for you, Jeff. I'm sure you love it. This is what Magic Carp turns into.
Yeah.
If you collect 500
Couple
Magic
million.
Carps.
Takes a
If you
bit.
play Pokemon Go and collect 400 Magic Carps, your Magic Carp turns into this. Is that right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's got a carpy sort of head.
Not sure. Doesn't look carp at all. It's an angry carp. Carp's not a good eating fish.
What? A bit muddy.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
They're quite a pest in our local estuaries and river systems. Carp.
Some people like eating carp.
I don't. I like Pokemon.
You're like eating Pokemon.
This is this is Bandai Pokemon at its finest.
So let's just come in.
How good is it?
Pretty funky, isn't it? I like how they've done the clear stand.
How do you know it's clear? You're giving it
Look at
away.
Oh, what do you mean? Is that giving it
I
away?
think it's white.
Maybe it's white. It wouldn't be white.
I think it's white.
Let's have a look at it.
Let's go overhead. It's not sneaking in my car. No, okay. Oh, look at these colours. It really astounds me. See, no clear stand.
What do you mean?
It's white.
Oh, it is too.
It's white stand.
Oh, you're proving me wrong.
That's white stand that you can paint clear.
But how good is it? How they give you all these colours so that you press it together and you can put it on display.
I've
Pretty
not
vivid
done
colours
one.
too, isn't it?
I've not done one.
Maybe this time you did.
I think we should do a live challenge.
Live challenge.
Not now. I'm not in the right space of time frame.
What is this? Is it a dragon?
It's a carp. I told you at the opening.
It looks like a dragon.
It's a dragon carp.
Is it?
That's what it looks like when it's finished.
Oh, okay.
Looks angry. Hope he's brushed his teeth.
Where are his teeth?
In his mouth.
Where they should be.
Yeah, usually find them there. I love the colours.
Good, yeah?
That's enough crinkling. Really, really cool to see that from Bandai. Because we did have some Bandai stock come in.
That's a bit happier, isn't it?
That's a
Yeah.
lot happier. It's really brought the mood up in here.
You want to see something else?
It's still hot.
What
I
else I
want to see it all. Show me.
Oh.
Not like a car aerial, but an aerial.
So
Yeah.
this is highly sought after.
Highly.
Highly.
And this is from the newer series,
That's right.
The Witches of Mercury. The Witch of Mercury. The
Yep.
Witches. And that's all I can say because I don't know anything about it because last time it was in, it sold out before. We haven't
Sold
got to
out,
look
sold
at
out
it.
in a couple of days. So if you missed out on an aerial, make sure you head on over. So these aren't in the system yet, but they will be shortly.
Well, they only just came in like half an hour ago.
So
So
I thought
these-
we'll let you know.
These are hot off the press.
Yes.
These will be on the shelves and ready for dispatch.
Shortly.
I love it. Are you up to speed on the Witches of Mercury?
Not at all. Because in the past, when the new series came out,
Mm.
you'll have your core fans and they'll have some of the models that went with it. But for some reason, this particular one has become super popular.
Well, it's the best.
Must be.
Yeah.
Must be.
Well, next Wednesday,
Aerial.
when you're not watching maths,
What do you mean?
when maths isn't on,
Oh, you mean the day it's not on? Because
Yeah.
if you're watching it any other day.
yeah, when it's not on,
Mm.
you should catch up on your Witches of Mercury. I highly recommend it.
Do you?
Yep.
All right. Thank you very
Highly
much.
recommend it.
I like that. All right. So since we're talking about that,
What else have we got?
this came in as well. So it's not new, but we've got a restock.
Is the
Of-
box new?
No,
I've never seen Barbatross in that box.
this is a big Barbatos, an MG, and these usually sell out really quick.
Oh,
I haven't
maybe
seen him in a
that's why.
little while. But
That is
really,
so. He is the most popular character. Yeah, can I say that?
I reckon
I reckon
I
he's
reckon.
the highest selling character in the Gundam range.
it's got a very different aesthetic compared to the rest of the Gundams. It's really edgy, quite aggressive looking, very thin waist,
Slender,
slender. Yeah.
performance based.
So I guess it's less humanoid. Like the original, what I mean is the original types of designs, the aesthetics, look like if they're scaled to a person, it'll look like a person would fit into the suit. These definitely not. So these look like they're definitely designed for performance.
Well,
They've got open parts,
I'd
actuators.
I'd want performance in my life saving.
There you go.
It's a very busy.
Barbatos.
It's a very busy box art, isn't it?
Mm.
It's very busy.
It's really showing action.
It's shocking,
Shocking.
confronting.
Have you been shocked, have you?
A little bit. How long would this take me to build, Paige?
Probably a weekend. isn't
Whoa!
it? You like that?
And when you say weekend, no, I mean like
Like a long weekend?
for a new person getting into Gundam. Now you don't need like tools.
See the figures there?
What would you need? You need your 9 steps knife.
Yes.
Yeah. You'd probably want your 9-step sanding stick.
Yep.
And that's it.
Side cutters.
Side cutters.
Yep. Nippers.
Your essential side cutters.
Yep.
And if you got to it, you don't need glue.
Don't need
You
glue.
don't really need paint. No, because it's all beautifully colored.
That's right. So you see the sticker
How
there?
many hours do you think it would take a newbie to get into it?
Newbie. This is something I wouldn't normally advise for a newbie because of the number of bits. But I reckon non-stop, no food stops, no toilet stops, probably weekend.
Yeah. So if I put a nappy on,
Yeah. That's proven. That'll be a good choice.
wouldn't have to stop.
You wouldn't have to stop. No cleanup involved. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So you reckon it would take you there'd be 48 hours working this?
If you want to be crazy fast, yeah. Most people would just do a little bit at a time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But even then, you would say it's going to take you 40, 50 hours
Mhm.
to assemble that.
I reckon.
Value for money, though. That's really
for
good
sure.
way to spend your time, no?
Yeah. And these MGs have really good joints too.
And
So
they're
you can repose them.
posable,
Yeah.
and you can play with it in the sand pit, do stop motion.
Yep. Yeah.
I love it.
Looks good.
I'm a huge fan.
You like that?
I do.
There
I
you
like
go.
that one.
So that's Bandai.
Is that all we got of the happy stuff?
Well, that's all I picked out so far. So there's more coming actually.
There's more.
Yeah. But I didn't bring it in this time.
Oh, but it'll probably be sold out before next week.
Oh, we'll see.
We'll get some more.
Yeah.
All right. Show me the car.
Oh, the car. What else we got?
The car.
Oh, okay. I've missed quite a bit of stuff going on.
You've
here.
got to stay on top of it, Beej.
I
I
do,
can't
I do.
do all the heavy lifting around here, mate.
What we got?
We're going back in time.
Bathurst win?
No. Well, no.
Not Bathurst.
It's not. This isn't a Bathurst car.
Not Bathurst.
I'm not saying it didn't compete, but it's not what it says on the box, basically. This car's famous for something else. They could
else
tell
I
us
got
who
here?
drove it as well,
Yeah, if they could.
because it had a driver. Didn't just get itself on the finish line.
Wasn't
If it raced, not that it did race.
wasn't Tesla style.
Rechargeable.
No.
Back in
self-driving.
1974, no, they didn't have that technology then.
Didn't they?
No, you had to drive
Was
it.
that new?
You had a gear stick and stuff, and 3 pedals. Confusing, very confusing.
3 pedals.
3 pedals, and not that went around like that. So it
Well,
didn't
that
have-
would have been
I-
confusing.
I
'cause
didn't
you
have
don't
those
3
ones
feet.
and then like a brake.
Yeah.
No, I know. It's really confusing because you don't have 3 feet.
Right.
You try and just use 2 pedals at the same time, maybe.
Right.
Sometimes only 1.
Sometimes you heel on your toe.
Wow.
What are you looking for?
What's on next? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for what's on next.
All right, so we're still waiting for some more details on the car.
So we know it is a Ford.
Yep.
It's an XB Coupe.
Yep.
It's 1974.
Yep.
Somebody said that, or
Yes.
I've just said that and
No,
dogged
no.
us in.
No.
Somebody said that.
Yes.
That's what we know. All right. Let's have a look in my bag.
What's in your bag this week? Oh, you got a
Hopefully,
big one.
hopefully some scales. I'm still baffled where they are.
Maybe you did put them in there.
Could have.
Really?
That's how I roll.
Really?
My Rubik's World bag. I packed this yesterday.
Did you? So it can't be in there.
No, but I forgot what's in here.
Oh.
Let's have a
So
look.
you're showing your
I
age
got
now.
well. We got so much cool stuff coming in, and I know we say that all the time. Let's whip the top off and have a look.
Oh.
So what are we greeted with? First up,
Some blingy stuff.
a header card. Header
header
card
card.
by itself is not much action, is it?
No. What's it say? CA what?
CA45.
Mhm.
Now that's really cool. This is BD Design's latest release in front-wheel drive bodies.
Mhm.
So 190mm 10th scale touring car.
Yep.
We have a front-wheel drive class, aptly named TCR, and that's a body shell to suit that.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. What's CA? It's corrosive. Oh, I don't know.
So here, won't it?
Nope, it doesn't say there.
Oh. Okay,
I
can't make it up.
I've got a mental blank. Corrosive area. I don't know.
Cabin attendant.
Anyway, there we go. So, and that is the sticker sheet for it. Really, really cool.
Hmm.
So they give you these like GT stripes that make it look really like quite scale. Like
Oh,
a
so they're
proper
quite
car.
low on the door.
Yeah,
right?
they're low on the
Almost
door,
on the
and
apron.
there's one that goes over the roof.
Right.
So you got the roof, the bonnet, and there's 2 side pillars
Mm.
down low. So with a very simple paint scheme, you can make it look really cool.
Yep.
Wraparound tail lights,
Yeah, nice.
2-piece.
Yep.
Really, really nice graphics and artwork on the sticker sheet. I've been super happy with what's coming out of
It's been really popular, isn't
BD
it?
Design lately.
We got one there.
And if you go to front town, because we're still on the overhead, that is what it's going to look like. Now, obviously, you adjust this bit off the back here. That is the wing.
Yep.
But have a look at that. That is a cool looking hatch. 4-door hatch.
So these little things here look like details.
They could be maybe wing supports. I don't know. I haven't actually looked very closely at it. Maybe it's winglets for the front.
Maybe.
That I wouldn't put past Biddy Design to put little winglets on the front here.
They could.
You know? So wouldn't that be cool?
Would be.
Because I know that that's maybe what the car it was modelled off might have had on it. But yeah.
Like the big arches.
Yeah, and I like the really heavy set window frame. Really nice and chunky. It's got lots of edges on the front wheel arch.
Yep.
Really, really stiff body. And it's really got a cool looking rear end too.
It's got some really sharp detail.
Biddy Design are phenomenal for that. It's super, super sharp. And I know clear bodies always look rubbish on camera, but yeah. So these will be heading to a racetrack near you. I know a lot of people were waiting for these around Australia.
Beautiful.
And a lot of them actually got sent out. There's only very few left in stock. There's under 5 left in the cupboard, so to speak. What else have we got?
Yeah, something blingy.
Something blingy. Something shiny. Have a look at this for bling.
It's chromy.
Look, we can see the camera. We can see the overhead camera looking at itself. Can you see that?
Can we see your face?
No, don't be silly. This is OE1. So we've got a restock on that. Now I'm going to get some of this stuff out of my bag. This is the latest shipment from Orca.
Right. Okay, so we've got the batteries here.
Let's talk Orca. The latest stuff from Orca Electronics. Yeah?
What's this thing? Oh, it's an OE1.
So this is the OE1. This is the current model. This is the Totem. This is the brand new stock spec Speedy. Now, the best thing about this, well, it's got heaps of cool features. I love the packaging. These makes really good battery foam in your car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I put that in my 10 scale buggies.
Yep.
Just a bit of sugar on the bottom, and it stops your battery from rattling around. Really, really nice touch.
Good stuff.
I have to sort of
Maybe
it's too well packaged. Have a look at the size of that speed controller.
I reckon I could zoom in a bit, eh?
Oh, have a look at that. Now I'm going to compare that to the current OE1 Pro Spec. You can see here, it's really about half the size.
And look at the thickness.
And how low is it as well? How cool is that? So that presents really nice. And that's going to be really easy to mount, like in your modern touring car or even in front of your motor. And what I like about this stock spec Speedy, it's got all the features of the Pro Spec Speedy, in that the receiver plugs in and out, so it's fully interchangeable.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So you can cut it to different lengths, just buy a new cable and plug it in.
Yep.
Really nice fittings under your terminals, so it's going to fit and present really nice in the car. And then we've got your standard on the top. You've just got your program port and your fan port, and 2 beautiful little fan mounts in here. So really, really cool.
Oh, I didn't realize they were fan mounts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's got your fan mount there.
Yep.
And that will go down to, I think it will go down to 10.5 turn. And yeah, and it's perfect for our stock spec racing.
It's pretty compact, isn't
So whether it's a 21.5 touring car, 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy, 13.5 four-wheel drive buggy, or 13.5 touring car, it will do them all. And really, really light too. So the weight on that speed controller, I did have the spec somewhere, and I've lost it. I want to say it's like 39 grams compared to like 59 grams. So it's really, really light. All metal case though. It's not like a cheap cousin of a speed controller.
No, that's right. It's all
so it's full metal case.
Just like a survey.
Another two really cool features I like about this is that it's reverse polarity protected.
Yep.
So you can supposedly plug it in backwards and not damage the speed controller. And the capacitors are inbuilt.
Yeah, it keeps it all really neat, doesn't
you
it?
don't have to package those up and when you have your touring car and stuff, that's one of the biggest bugbears is where mounting your capacitors and that sort of stuff. So that is inbuilt inside the speed controller.
Especially when the capacitor is meant to be very, very close to the speed controller.
That's right. That's exactly right. So now it's part of the board. So that's really cool. In the packet, we still get you get a fan. You've got an optional switch there that can plug in. You don't have to use a switch. With the switch not in use, it's just like a normal Orca where you just plug it in to go. Really easy to calibrate. We've got the receiver wire in there. The little, I think it's a 25 by 25 cooling fan because it's so small the case. Really cool. And it all works with Orca 13 gauge cable. Really high strain copper wire. I can even see the color of it. So
Lots
it's not
of strands
just tin.
in there, aren't they?
Yeah. I don't know the exact strand count off the top of my head, but yeah, it's really highly regarded as one of the best wires in the business. And even in modified, we use 13 gauge just because it's a really nice balance. Solders really well, looks really nice in the car, and it's got really good performance. So that comes with the 13 gauge. Now the next one is the other end of the scale. I'm gonna have to open up the top camera a bit for us, Beach. This is the new Mac Daddy. This is the OE 1.2.
Just say McDaddy.
Yam. It's like yeah, man, but it's yam.
Yam.
No, this is a 200 amp per channel, or per phase, sorry. So this is a 2S speedy, but we'll also go to 4S. So we'll go 8 scale as well. Really, really cool. So that will power everything from your high performance 1/10. I mean, you can use it in stock spec as well. Now, the biggest concern I can see with putting this in your touring car is the weight. It's quite hefty, being able to carry so much current. And the footprint. It's got a slightly larger footprint than its predecessor. I wouldn't say it's massive. But it is definitely a little bit bigger. Compare that to the stock one. You know, but this will power anything from your 8 scale on-road GT car, your 8 scale buggy, 8 scale truggy. We'll use all those big motors. Also, all your 1/10 scale buggy stuff. So if you sometimes race 1/10 and sometimes race 1/8, you don't have to have all separate gear. And all these speed controllers use the same program box as well, which is really, really cool. So the OE 1.2 does come with remote capacitors, which is more conventional as opposed to the Totem. Does actually come with big beefy 12 gauge cable. Again, it's the Orca high flex copper stuff. But it is 12 gauge to cope with the bigger demands. And again, we come with the receiver lead, which is fully adjustable, and obviously a remote switch. So you can put a power switch with it, or you can use it without the power switch, which is really nice. Conventional sensor board plug underneath. That's the receiver one. So it's going to have a really neat fit up. And this is the switch plug if you choose to use it. Again, in the top of the case, we're greeted with the fan port and the programming port. So really, really cool. I love this speedy. This is the most versatile thing. And I I'm really hopeful that it's super reliable, because if we put that in a 1/10, even a 4-wheel drive modified buggy, it's going to have no dramas at all. It's not going to get, it shouldn't even get warm. It shouldn't push it at all. And yet the very same speed controller, you can go and put that in your HB E819RS and thrash it about. So really looking forward to that. And I'm really hoping now that Orca do some fantastic motors. I'm really hoping that they will go into 8 scale, because 8 scale electric powered vehicles are really starting to take off, and for very good reason. They're super fun. So that is the current speed controller range. Oh, I've got another new one. Where's the other new one? Here we go. Do you know how long that these are going to take me to all put away?
Long time.
Long time. This one here is the latest offering. This is all new again from Orca. This is the program card.
So it comes with a simple program card.
A very simple LCD program card. This is a speed controller that can do brushed or brushless.
So perfect for vintage cars.
Perfect for vintage cars. Perfect for your Tamiya classic build.
Yes.
Or if you Yeah, I suppose the only speed controller I've ever seen on the market that compares is the one that used to come with Tamiya's.
Yes.
You know, they used to have, you could run them brushed or brushless.
Yes.
And Orca have done the same thing. And you can see here the footprint is tiny.
Mm.
I believe the current handling capabilities are awesome. So you can run like hot, if you're into brushed vintage racing, you could run hot 13, 11 turns, 10 turn motors.
Because the
with that.
Tamiya ones would have only handled like a 21.5.
That's right.
Yeah.
These will go down to, I believe, 13 turn brushless.
Wow.
As well.
Mhm.
So really, really good for your vintage racing. And they look really cool. So they come with an XT60 on there, which is a really popular aftermarket plug.
Mhm.
The motor wire doesn't come with bullets. You'll have to solder that up, but you'd want to anyway in the modern day and age.
No, that's right.
Whether it's brushless or brushed.
Yes.
Comes with a switch,
Mhm.
which has got a molded in wire, and we've got a molded in wire for your receiver connection. So really neat small hookup.
And it's got a middle case as well.
Full metal case.
Yep.
So they really don't cheap out. It's also got a fan mount. There's a fan in the packet
Mhm.
and a program card.
Yep.
And the price point, I don't talk prices on the show generally, but the price point is phenomenal.
It's good how it's got the legend on the back.
Yeah.
So it's easy to follow, all in one package.
Yeah.
So if you want to change certain things, you just look up which menu item it is and just
Yeah.
go straight to it.
So you've got things like current limiting, I believe. So you've got like punch settings, you've got brake settings, got forward and reverse as well, turn reverse off, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, brushless mode.
LiPo, life, nickel metal batteries.
Mm.
So you can
Turbo
even
timing.
change turbo timing.
Drag brakes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So all that cool stuff. But yeah, that's really cool. And it's a brand new product from Orca.
Mm.
I know that a few of them have already flown off the shelves, and I expect the rest to. So they are some cool speedies from Orca. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about Orca today, if I may, is there's a real trend lately in 1/10 on-road stock, which most people run either 21 or 13. That's the biggest classes.
Yeah.
To go up in milliamps.
Is that for the weight of it?
Well, because the
more
cars are so
consistent
light
voltage?
now, the weight's not really a concern, but it's really about having a really high voltage come end of race.
Okay.
So this has got the capability. This is an 8590 milliamp battery.
Yep.
I don't have the weight in front of me, but it's in a normal LCG case.
Yep.
And yeah, so this is really aimed at the new stock market.
Mm.
So traditionally, higher capacity lipos used to be high voltage, which is a different chemical construction.
Mm-hmm.
So now high voltage ones have been, they've gone out of fashion pretty much and illegal for some racing. You can't charge over 8.4 volts anyway.
Yep.
So now this one here is rated at 8590 at the 8.4 volts. So really, really cool. Heaps of power, 135C, 7.4 volts.
135C.
Yeah. So that's got massive current handling. You know, like for a 21.5, it's definitely way more than the motor can handle. But come the end of a 6-minute race, it's going to be like at probably like 75%. Yeah, it's going to have the same voltage as what you put it on the track with.
Yep.
You know, that may or may not be true, but it's going to have a lot more charge in it than a 6390 or,
that's right.
And that's the current one. So for a little bit of weight penalty, where you've usually got weight stuck all over your car anyway, you can get more power into it.
Yep.
So yeah, so really happy to have that now in the Orca range, 8590.
Nice.
Yeah, so a full restock of Orca, and again, it's been flying off the shelves, so don't miss out.
These electronics are really exciting,
aren't they? I'm really excited to get some of these 8-scale ones hooked up on 4S and see what we can do.
Very cool. Let's go back to the car, eh?
Let's go back to the car while I sort of clean up my mess.
All right, what have we got here? We have... So John and Steve said the Tirana could have 4 pedals. Is that a thing?
A Tirana could have 4 pedals? Well, why not?
Is that a mistake?
I don't know. If you had...
Wait, what's the 4th pedal for?
If you had the handbrake on the floor...
Oh, yeah.
You know, some cars, and even German cars to this, not so much now, they're electric, but even like a previous generation of German cars, they had a 4th pedal, 3rd pedal, handbrake. Mercs are 144, Audi, and Tiranas. So yeah, Tirana.
Is it a problem if you
I wanna
accidentally
s-
step on it?
I want to say L seat. No, well, it folds right up.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so you got to sort of be awkward.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I guess.
So when you hit the button on the dash, it goes pachoing and like goes up into the dash.
Pachoing.
Pachoing. I think
Oh,
that's the technical term.
Is it? Fair enough.
Pachoing.
There we go. Jeff Lee says the car is blue. I have to give you that because indeed the car is blue.
We can confirm the car is blue. Is that it? So Ford XB Coupe 1974.
Yep.
Blue.
No one's guessed the weight. We don't know the weight either, which is probably a good thing because I can't find the scales.
Well, I haven't looked,
Oh, right.
but I'm tipping there on the other side of my modesty blind.
So what are you doing? You're helping everyone have a better look?
I'm not saying anything.
We've got numbers now. Okay. What else we got? Other
What-
stuff, haven't we? Did I forget something? Oh,
Yeah,
I got other stuff.
you definitely forgot something.
I thought we'd have a look at these. I thought these would be interesting.
Is it
These
a
are-
Panzer camper wagon
It is of a kind.
of a kind?
So this is a Panzer Kampfwagen 5, isn't it?
Panzer camper wagon 5
Isn't it?
V.
Isn't it Panther a 5? Could be. Might be wrong. But I thought I'll have a look and show you these 48 scale kits.
Are you going to
Okay.
unbox them? That's wrapped.
Oh, what? No, I won't unbox this one.
No, that's
No.
wrapped.
Okay, so this is a 48 scale to me one. So 48 scale is a bit smaller than a more traditional 35th scale.
What do you mean 35th scale?
35th scale is what most of the armor is out on the shelves.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What? So it's not all like uniformed?
So 35th scale became a standard from like 1970s.
Okay.
And since then,
But isn't planes like 132nd?
yeah, so it's a bit different. Oh, you want to know the story of 35th scale?
Yes.
So when
Educate me.
Tamiya started making plastic kits,
Don't just entertain me, BJ. Educate
so
me.
Mr. Tamiya apparently, this is, I've heard this from somewhere. It might be totally untrue, but when he started building kits, he loved tanks and stuff. He loved military. So military miniatures was the thing that he created. And when he actually scaled it up and measured it, I think it was going for 32nd scale, but it actually came out at 135th scale. So thereafter, everything was 35th scale. No one else was doing 35th scale. And somehow that's become the norm now. So all the other brands, traditionally, armor would be 35th scale. So you can mix and match when you're making your
So what the boss
dioramas.
says goes.
I guess so.
Makes sense.
Yep. So we've got 48 scale now because people have sought to get something a bit smaller. They don't
Story
have a lot
Beach. I love story time with
Love it.
Beach.
And I thought I'll show you that Seattle have made a 48 scale Panther as well.
You have a look at that. I'm going to go find this guy.
All right. They stepped it up a bit, but making it a bit more complicated. See the difference in the size of the box? Okay, so they're both Panthers, but this one by Seattle is actually a full interior one. So if you want to go and torture yourself, why not get a small tank kit with an interior in it? So let's have a look.
Scales are here.
Oh, they are here. You found them. So let's have a look. Let me take it from the top.
Apparently, I was weighing my laptop.
So there's your Panther.
Panther.
And to torture you, there's the full interior with the engine hanging out of it.
What did you call it?
What?
Torture.
This is to torture you because it's a little tank and it's got a full interior.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was another word that you
No. Oh, like
Should
Panther
So
Kampfwagen.
what you're saying is it's going to be a tricky build.
It is going to be a tricky build.
It's going to be
So-
lots of parts.
If you don't have a lot of room and you want a tricky build, then don't worry. Seattle have done this for you. So let's.
We don't get much in from Seattle, do we?
No, they're a little patchy, but they do
That's
some
fantastic.
funny stuff.
Can I say that we're the only one in Australia with this kit?
You can, but you won't be right.
Oh.
So here, this will give you an idea of the size of the tank.
It's just not an unboxing unless there's some rustling going on, is it?
No, that's right.
Oh, you're making me think of chips.
We've got some chips. We'll get those later. So you can see how compact it is. But imagine in here, you got to fit all those bits that I just showed you on that photo, and then all those bits are in here. There's a suspension. Actually, it's a bit hard to see there, isn't it?
What do you want me to do? How can
So
I help
yes,
you?
How about that? You can see all the torsion rod suspension. So unlike a 35th scale tank, each one of those will be separate. So it is a little bit easier to do in that it's all in one piece. But still, you got to have all this fit inside your hull. You've got all your ammo bins here.
Is it true
Rear
that
end?
you would like assemble this tank and then paint it? Did I hear somebody say that the other day?
You'll assemble some bits.
Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't assemble everything with this. It'll be too complicated. So you've got all the ammo, and they actually give you some fuel drums too.
Well, you don't want it to be out of fuel.
No, well, I never had fuel drums actually mounted on them like the Russians did, but they did sometimes have these strapped on because they did go through a lot of fuel.
Were they called Ronsons?
Ronsons, apparently that was a term used for Shermans, although I don't know if that's true or not.
Master Joe said it was true.
Oh, was it?
I can't confirm that, but
There, your turret.
I called them Ronsons because they went up like lighters.
That's right.
Mm.
And there you've got the barrel on the
What happened
gun.
to Ronson?
Are they still around?
People stopped smoking.
Yeah, maybe. That, what else we got?
I do love a good engine.
Lots of bits, eh? Okay, so there's a cooling system. There's a lot of bits that you got to fit inside this tank.
Holy moly. It's going to be a solid
There's the
unit.
engine bits. A lot of slide molding going on here. You can see from the shape of the
Slide
screw.
molding.
Yep.
What does that mean?
So you can get the detail inside. So the mold actually comes apart and goes inside the swing. So there.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it'll have to be two pieces. And we're still going. Got your side skirts here. They're all one piece. That makes it a bit easier. And then what else we got? We've got the wheels. And you got the tracks. So luckily, we don't have fully individual tracks, although there are some individual ones.
Well, so you can get a bit of sag.
Yeah. So you can see a bit of sag molded in there.
You do want a bit of track sag.
Yeah, for sure. Makes it look a bit more
Oh,
interesting.
look at this. This is the piece de resistance you've been holding out on me.
What do they give you?
Look. I'm not sure.
Oh, this comes with Zimrit.
What?
So this has got Zimrit included. So it looks like a Zimrit decal.
Look at this.
Oh, it comes with a aluminium barrel. So there's a plastic barrel in there, but there's also an aluminium one if you want to do. There's photo etch in there as well.
Why wouldn't you not want to do an aluminium barrel?
Well, it takes a bit more effort.
Does
You
it?
need super glue, and then you need to chop something, I think.
Is that the muzzle?
Yep. There's a muzzle brake. You got a bit of cable there.
Necklace.
So it's nice
Would the cable be used for, BJ?
for towing other vehicles. Because it'll break down, and then you need something to pull it out.
Oh, really?
And then the Zimrit. Do you know what Zimrit is?
No.
No? Okay. So Zimrit is this stuff here. This is a anti-magnetic paste that they put on German tanks.
Anti-magnetic paste.
Yes. So it was a mixture of all these chemicals with sawdust and bitumen maybe. It was put on like a paste. They put on this irregular shape, and then they used a blowtorch to set it. And they developed that because the Germans came up with magnetic tank mines.
Mm-hmm.
And they were afraid that their enemies were going to use those on their own tanks. So they put on this defense. But in fact, no one else had magnetic tank mines except for the Germans. So at the very end of the war, they stopped doing this. But looks interesting, and it's always been a challenge to do properly because a lot of people use putties and stuff. But this definitely makes it easier because you already got the pattern on the decal and just stick it on. No need to play around with putties and just try to
You would
mark
love
it.
to do a bit of putty work.
I
though,
would.
wouldn't
I would.
You would.
Take
you
you a
would.
long time.
Well, you just have a little,
What was that? What was that action?
I don't know, I imagine it to be like a micro. You know what you mash potatoes with?
Yeah.
A 1/35 scale that, and
Yeah.
then you can put that onto
So
your
there's
little
different
tank.
kinds.
I'm
So
not
you
sure
can
what
use
you
a
would call
stamp.
it.
You can call it like a stamp.
Stamp.
Yeah, because some of the designs were waffle pattern.
Waffle.
Something like this one,
Waffles are
which is
Belgium.
sort of straight.
Waffles are Belgium, not German.
The only Belgian if they're Belgian waffles.
Yeah.
So then you've got this, and you can get a roller applicator for this. So you paste it on and you roll over it and it gives you all that texture.
And then don't blow torch it though.
Not this one.
No.
No, because it'll melt. That's right.
It's not that scale.
So yeah, pretty intense. So you want a little build, as in size-wise.
But you want a challenge.
Yeah, this will definitely challenge it.
But
Lots
it
of stuff.
does look beautifully molded. Like it
Oh, it
looks
is
like
really
it's
crisp, isn't it?
very precision build. Looks like an easy build.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so totally easy. I mean, it's easy in that it looks like it's been molded really
I
well.
just mean it's been molded and engineered well that
Yes.
it will go together. I mean, look how thin.
Yes.
Look how thin the screws are.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a delicate kit,
No,
but it
for
looks
sure.
like it fits together really nicely.
Done a good job. Yeah. That's just to give you a little comparison of what you can choose from. So you can go with, like a simpler build. The Tamiya one would be a simpler build, or something really complicated. You can go for that. Both the same size. Chalk and cheese size of the box.
I bet I'm tipping this one here costs a bit more.
Oh, it would cost a bit more. Yeah, a fair bit more. There's a lot more in it though. There's
Yeah.
wedge, the Zimmerit, aluminium barrel.
Fantastic.
There you go.
I like it. I like
like
it. I like it a lot.
All right, what have we got here? All right, so we're coming up to time soon.
What's this thing?
We have. Oh, what is that? Oh,
You tell me.
it's an Australian truck. Where do you see these?
On Australian roads.
That's right. And on the front, what does it say on the placards?
It says road train.
That's right.
A train for the roads.
That's right. So road trains are.
Western Star.
It is a Western Star.
A Butterbox.
Butter box.
We have an Australian butter,
Butter brand.
called Western,
Western
Star.
Star.
So the truck is called a Butterbox.
A butter box.
Yeah.
There you go. I didn't know. There's a nickname for it, is it?
Hmm.
There you go. Well, road trains are quite famous in Australia because Australia has the longest road trains in the world, although road trains are sort of used all around the world in various guises.
Yes.
Not like this, though.
Yes.
So what's the longest road train generally? They can be like mega long, can't they?
Yes. Yes. Like a train, be like 6 carriages.
Yes.
But yeah, used only on certain roads. You don't see them driving around Melbourne or
No.
even our local highways.
No.
They do have very determined routes, I suppose, predetermined routes. And there's very strict laws around where you can drive them. And also your license. It's quite a tricky driver's license to get as well.
I'm sure it would be.
So, but yeah. And much like the rail system, yeah, there's specially made highways for road trains. But you can still go along in your little Polo
and drive next to one.
Yeah,
Yep.
if you really want some excitement in your life,
That'll be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
kangaroos do not stand a chance.
No. So
Most
hence
things
the roo bar on the front, yeah?
Rhubarb. Yep. Some people call it bull bars, but yeah, they're rhubars. And they're protected on the side of the tank as well. They look like side steps, but it's actually like usually reinforced chromoly steel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because kangaroos have got this habit of jumping sideways.
Right, and I'll go into the side of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not
and
know
they
that.
smash your tanks up.
Right. Okay.
And they can be quite, generally just made out of rolled alloy or whatever, so they
Right.
can be quite susceptible. And the last thing you want to do is, lose, potentially 1,200 litres of diesel in the road.
Well, especially when you're in the middle of nowhere.
So, and B, damage your truck. So they
Yes.
usually have like a rhubarb on the side of the tanks.
Well, you're full of info, aren't you?
That's all I've got to say about that.
So that how it's got the insect guard on the front of the bonnet.
Yeah.
What's the go with that? Like, why is it so? It's small and at the very very front.
Well, so
Is
you
that-
can
is that
see it's just to
aerodynamically?
it's just to disturb them, or rocks as well. Saves you,
Oh, okay.
just saves half the cleaning. You still get bugs on them, but yeah,
Yep.
it's more for stones picking up from trucks in front or whatnot.
There you go.
Less chipped windows.
Right, there you go. Interesting.
Have you built one of these?
I haven't.
I say you should put one next to the pig tank.
and,
No?
And little slip.
Put it in your stash.
Yes. I reckon to build one of these, it will only look good if you had a whole heap of trailers behind it.
They could be Hearns trailers.
They could be.
They can make a Hearns truck.
We could.
I think you should.
Oh. So we've got heaps of these now. Traditionally, these are really hard to get hold of.
I'll ask Jack.
Jack? Oh, yes, Jack will build it.
Jack will build it.
There we go.
Jack,
All right, what have we got here?
Jack A.
All right, we've got no more takers. We've got no weight guesses.
I can't believe this, guys. These guys have really, I feel let down.
It's probably a good thing we don't have any weight guesses because we
Why?
haven't found the scales yet, have you?
Yeah, I've got the
Oh, you got
scales.
scales. Oh, let's do the scales.
I'm going to weigh it now
Yeah.
while people are not watching.
Yep.
People can't see what I'm doing, can they?
I don't think I can see you from there. No.
No.
You should be good.
And this has got no placard, no nothing. It's actually
What are you doing?
trying to weigh the car.
Can you see?
No.
You want to stick a box on it? Yeah, put a tire.
Hang on.
Yeah. You good?
No.
Tear that.
Well, I don't want to break it.
Is it on balance? Is it good? Oh, that's good.
Oh, rightio. I have a confirmed weight.
That's different to the last one, isn't it?
Well, it doesn't have a board or anything.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
it's
true.
not model resin. The other one is model resin.
Yeah, it would have
This
been pretty
is
solid.
die cast.
Yep.
So come on, guys. That actually looks really good in the skin, doesn't it? It's a really good looking car.
It does. It does.
All right. So while they're having a ponder over the weight,
Yeah.
let's have a closer look at it.
All right, let's get in it.
Get it? Well, you can get in it. I won't get in it. I'm too big.
Oh, yeah?
So nobody's actually told us what it was, did they?
Well, it's an XB.
It's an XB Falcon,
Yeah.
but I want to know something about it. I really thought that this number on the side
Would have given away.
would have given it away.
Oh, I've got to wait. Got
to wait. Look, they're more interested in how much it weighs and what the car is.
667 grams.
No, higher.
Higher.
It's under a kilo though.
Under a kilo.
Under a kilo, between 667.
Right.
Have a look at the ignition leads. I really like that. And you can tell it's a typical Ford engine because they did back then have the distributor at the front.
Is that a normal thing, is it?
And the V8s, yes.
Oh, okay.
All Holdens and Chevs, back then, small block Chevs, big block Chevs, have the distributor at the back.
Right, okay.
Which is quite painful if you're
I see the battery on that side?
mechanical trying to work for it.
Oh, it is a battery.
Trying to work on
It's got battery leads too, yeah?
It's got battery leads. It's got all the plaques. We've got a wiper motor up on the back there of the firewall.
Yep.
Got a clutch slave. We've got a brake booster. Really, really cool. I love the detail that they've put into it. We've got white headers, which is probably the fashion back then. Washer bottle is in there. I love that. It's actually a really good car. I'll tip it up a bit.
So the air filter on the top there, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that it was really functional having those vents on the bonnet because they didn't really do any like cold induction.
It was probably at the age of it. You know what I mean?
There.
At the dawn of it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know about you, but who remembers turning their air filter lid upside down?
I wouldn't have done that.
You wouldn't have, what do you mean you didn't do that?
Air filter lid upside down.
Yeah. You've never done that. I think every hoon, because it makes the induction raw. But anyway, I bet the viewers have. How many of our viewers who are watching now who know that this is a 1974?
I put a K&N in my car.
Yeah, this is the hillbilly thing. You put the lid upside down.
Right, so there's more air can get into it.
Yeah, it creates the thing. I mean, it's hot air, it's useless air, but it's more air and makes it raw more. Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Yeah.
The induction sound.
Yep. Look at that. Look at those beautiful lenses. Group C. So this is a Group C, 1974. This was driven by Alan Moffat for all of those guys who didn't answer.
But it's interesting that his name isn't written on it.
And Alan Moffat won the Sandown 250.
Yes.
So Sandown, and that's before touring, well, not before touring cars. This is a Group C.
I've got another guess. 800 grams.
That's all that these guys want. How much does it weigh? How much? I can confirm it is heavier than 800 grams.
It's heavier than 800. Okay,
but it's under a kilo. And this one here is car 131. So coming down to the white headers again. Beautiful tuned length headers into Lakeside pipes.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure why they were called Lakeside, but Lakeside pipes. Beautiful.
Bit of detail there, isn't
Falcon.
it? I like how they've gone to the further detail of actually using different tones of black.
Different tones of black.
Okay, so you've got gloss for the tail shaft.
And we've actually got like I said, the suspension, the damper units. You can see it's got even a adjusting knob on it. I'm not sure if they would have had that. And it's also got the leaf springs.
Leafies.
Leaf springs. Well, how horrible would that have been to drive?
I've got a few leaf springs to build soon.
Have you?
Yeah.
Really?
In my old Fiat.
No, they'll never be finished. It's okay. Nobody will notice. Have a look at the reds. It's got one red seat, one black seat. And I don't know the story behind it.
A red and a black.
So.
Are they the same shape?
No. So the red seat was the black seat was probably just the passenger seat that they left in, so he drove it to the track.
Yep.
And the red seat's got holes for driving harness.
Right.
But still much different than the racing bucket seats that they use today.
Oh, so Clifton says he owned a 74 two-door Falcon, 351.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's what this one would have sort of been, a 351 two-door.
And I've got another guess. So Jeffy has said 1 kilo.
Under 1 kilo.
Under 1 kilo.
Can confirm.
Oh, you said that before, yeah?
Under 1 kilo.
Yep.
But it's heavier than 800.
Okay, so it's got
Ooh.
the pressing there for the spare, but obviously they don't have a spare in them.
Would have had a long range tank put into
Hey,
there.
didn't I see some of these GT HOs with spares in them? Was that normal? Or am I
They would have had spares.
for a race car? Or
they would have had a drop tank. I think the road cars would have had a spare in there, but yeah, race cars wouldn't because they'd need the more fuelage.
I must be mistaken.
I think. Very cool tank detail underneath. In the boot, got the filler in there and stuff.
Yeah.
Beautiful, and this is by Classic Collectibles.
It is. Yeah, done a good job on this one.
And have a
Haven't
look at the gaps. I really do think that they've stepped it up a notch.
The panel gaps.
It's got really nice size wheels. It's got monster big back wheels that they would have run back then.
This wheel.
I would call that a mini light.
A lot of mini lights, yeah.
Mini light. Mini light is, but I don't know what they're. But yeah, that was famous on
minis.
On minis.
Yeah.
Mini lights.
Definitely not a mini, is it?
Bigger than a mini.
A bit bigger. It's cool.
That's all I've got to say about that.
Oh, there you go. We've got no more takers.
Do you want to reveal the weight?
Let's reveal the weight.
Let's reveal the weight.
Okay, so we're going to balance it on again and let everyone see.
So we're not talking just fluff.
Yep.
I can tell you how much a frog wheel weighs as well. Hang on, we've changed units. Here we go. How much does a frog wheel and tyre weigh?
Well, I got to tear it first.
Well, I don't want to break it.
There you go. You zeroed it.
I zeroed it.
All right, what do we got? What do we got?
Can everybody see?
It's got 900 now.
Can everybody see?
Pretty close, isn't it?
922.
922.
And you can see that it's over. Push down on it.
What are you doing? You're changing it.
There you go. 922.
922 it is.
And a frog rear wheel assembly.
Yeah. What's that weigh?
65 apparently.
It does.
There you go. We should just do a show where we weigh things.
The weighing show. The weighing special.
I got to check the Henway. I've done that joke before.
Go.
There you go.
Very good.
Yeah, we're still on Overhead Town.
Oh.
There you go, guys. What a fantastic show.
It's been interesting, hasn't it?
It has been interesting. We've seen so much model kits.
Yep.
I'm going to balance it out next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have at least one special guest on next week.
Oh, really?
Maybe two.
Maybe two.
Maybe two.
That's a bit special, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very special. I don't want to give away any secrets.
Not just one?
Oh, I want to talk about last week. Sorry, before we close up.
What happened
Last week I went out to Bendigo.
You did, didn't you?
And we had a club race out there. It was
a hot day.
Was a really hot day. I don't know how hot it was in Bendigo, but it was hot. It was baking. But I had a race. We had in the race tent and stuff. The boys, Jeff looked after me down there. I pitted with him. Did a bit of commentary for the club and looked after the juniors and helped work with the juniors, improving their racing and ethics and that sort of stuff. And Hearns gave away a prize.
Yes.
A very special prize to the best junior on the day. And it wasn't just the fastest junior, and it wasn't the one that did the closest racing. It was like the most improved and had great ethics. So young Riley Cheeseman took that out.
How good was that?
And he won himself a Hearns donated, and he was awarded his very own Rubik's World car bag.
Really, really good and handy.
So at this stage, he's been racing in the Kyosho Junior class with a Tamiya TTO1 with a big opinion.
Yep.
Well, now after that, and after speaking with Louise and Dwight, he's actually going to step up to a phaser. So he's going to be racing on level pegging with them.
Excellent.
So good luck to Riley on that. Congratulations on your prize. You really deserve it, Riley. And I really thank the Bendigo Club, everybody that was there that made my day awesome. It was really cool. I raced phaser and I raced Tamiya truck.
Yep.
And I had a blast.
Good
So
stuff.
thank you to Bendigo On-Road Car Club for having me, and I look forward to coming back again. Yeah, Riley Cheeseman, Jeff, you're all awesome. All stars down there. And the pizza wasn't even bad.
Yeah. It's always good.
I'm glad I got that off my chest.
Just remember, didn't you?
I did just remember.
All right, so we've got the cars all done.
Car's done and it's weighed 922.
Yep.
That is episode 144 in the can.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We can look forward to episode 145 with a couple of special guests.
Yes.
Take care, everybody. Look after yourselves. And wherever you're racing, we've got a big race in South Australia over the weekend. If you're racing RC cars, 1/10 off-road state titles.
Yep. Keep an eye on that. That'll be all on the socials.
We're really obviously behind the Team Yokomo and the Hearns racing crew over there. So look after yourselves, guys. It's really hot over there. Yeah, have fun. And we will see you next week.
Yep. And 423. Sorry.
What? 423?
143.
What? This is episode 144?
I'm going back. I'm really confused.
You are
145.
Buckled. Next week will be 145. I did say that. 145.
What's wrong with the numbers?
Never
mind me.
It's not harder than quantum physics, mate. It is just...
Quantum physics is easy.
It's just counting.
It is.
145 next week.
One at a time. All right, thanks. See you later.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.